So I got a little project going on. Got this head unit for my wife's Accord, so I'm actually going to be putting this in. It's Alpine ILX 207. It's got Apple Carplay. That's actually the main reason I wanted to get it. We got all the adapters and connectors and all that. This is the ASWC1. It's the steering wheel control interface. We got the Dashkit right here, and then the harness that connects to everything. Antenna adapters, and then the RCA cables. Harness that came with the steering wheel control adapter. Don't need that because it's already coming off of this pigtail on here, and that connects directly to it. These gray connectors right here, they look like they're the ones that go into the factory harness in the car. I do believe this is the remote wire right here. You know, these three are going to be connected to the harness going to the head unit for power. Ignition, this is ignition, yellow is power, and then the black is the ground. Won't be using these connections at all, and I am not sure about these three, so I got to figure out what these are. I'm going to go ahead and start soldering these connections. So even with having everything that I don't plan on having connected to the radio, it's still a mess. These are all the wires that are gonna have to go in the back. This harness, the white one that goes in right here, that's the one that's gonna have to connect to the steering wheel controls and the Bluetooth microphone. This one right here is for, the only reason I have this hooked up is for the auxiliary input. And then this green wire coming out of it is the speed sensor that's connecting to this harness right here. Everything else is connected to the main plug, and that's all soldered in, connected to this one right here. And then you've got this plug right here that goes to the steering wheel control module right here. I already have the power wires for the amps on the driver's side, so I'm going to run my RCAs on this side. actually ended up running the RCAs a different way. I was just gonna run them up all the way down the side up to the front. Took it this way and went along this side, and now it's going up to the center console. And I should be able to get the cable up there, and I'll probably coil up the rest of it underneath here. And there's a pretty good amount of space even when the console's back on, so it shouldn't be an issue. So I should be able to get all these panels and the back seats and all that back in. Next thing I need to do is get this old head unit out. Figure out where I want to mount this GPS antenna, and then also the Bluetooth microphone. So I got the antenna mounted up here, ran the wire through, and it's coming down, and from here it's going behind the glove box or into this spot right here. Whenever I got the head unit in, I'll actually coil this up in this spot here. And the next one I had to worry about was the Bluetooth microphone. The system doesn't use the factory microphone, so I gotta run this one. I'm actually just gonna do this temporarily. I've got this clip. I'll stick it up somewhere in this area here, but I might do what I did in my Civic and probably just find a way to get the microphone somewhere up, like maybe up in this piece right up here. So I'll have to take that apart sometime to see what I can do with that. So it'll be pretty much a similar process to what I did with the GPS antenna, but I'm actually gonna run the wire up through this whole piece and then up top here. I did something similar with the Bluetooth microphone. It's running down this A-pillar garnish. It's running around in here, back through the side, back through these panels over here, and out to here where the head unit's gonna be. I just gotta finish running these RCAs. Gonna go under the center console. Gonna go back behind here, up here. So I completely forgot to keep on recording when I was putting the dash back in, but got it all in here. I'm gonna start it up. So when you start up the car, you'll get the clock that pops up on here. That's actually the only thing that comes on the display. To bring up the menus on there, you would press this button right here. I'm going to run through the menus just so you can see everything that's in there. just press this button again. Now, I didn't originally plan to do this, but I'm actually going to make a second video because the major complaint that I have with the interface that came with this kit is the backup camera is terrible. And you get a view on here, but compared to the factory one, I mean, everything just looks fuzzy in the screen, and the guidelines are not where they were with the factory radio. I've gone through all the camera adjustments and I can't get the right one for it to work. Been trying to find out if there's any way that I can keep the factory backup camera and all that. Read a few forums, talked to a few people on Facebook, and I think there are a few things I'm going to end up trying. So I'll do that in the second video, and hopefully we can get this screen working out. Hopefully I don't mess that up. I mean, there's some wiring, special wiring I got to do with it, so we will see what happens.